Hey, what's up guys, it's Really Cuz, and welcome back to Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, I do this sometimes, especially with college work. I have a lot of essays I have to write, so I get overwhelmed, and sometimes I just realize I don't think I have time to edit a video. I had a full playthrough, recorded hours of footage for this game, my original playthrough, and I just deleted it all. I said, I'm not doing that, I can't do that, I don't have time for it. So, my dog also died a few nights ago. I've had her for over 12 years, and she got out of the house somehow while we were having a dryer put in. I wasn't even home, and got a call from animal control that she had been hit by a car on the side of the highway near my house. Just a really effed up thing that happened to a dog that I really loved and was part of the family, and to die so brutally and just alone on a cold night, that really messed me up. So I was like, I'm not doing this, I can't. But now what I am going to do is I kind of want to let you guys judge this game for yourselves. So I'm going to still play through it level by level, okay? Mostly without commentary, and definitely without my face cam reaction blocking the screen. What I'm going to do is I will make comments throughout the gameplay on certain things to show you whether I think they're good, whether I think they're bad, because I'm not trying to defend this game, This is a AAA developer, multi-billion-dollar company. They can and they have done far better than some of this lazy work that's in this game. There's also a lot of details they got right and they did good that I will mention. I'm not going to, I give credit where credit is due, so I'm not going to ignore the good stuff they did, but I will bring to attention the stuff that's just easily fixable, and they've done it before. I don't know why they just lazied out. But yes, if you stay tuned till the end of this video, I will be going over certain scenes that I did not cover through the playthrough itself of the mission, and I'll be showing you clips from this level and basically do a level review at the end of each video, showing you like maybe some cinematic scenes that I didn't want to talk over and interrupt and ruin your view of them, but I'll talk about all that stuff at the end. So either enjoy this playthrough or skip to the end of the video and see my review of the level if you've already seen someone else play through it, or you've played through it yourself and you just want to know what I think they did right and they did wrong, and what they were lazy in. So enjoy guys, let's kick it off.
If you're meant to lead, you have to learn what it's like to lose men, to have them die trusting you. And there's only one way to learn that lesson. First time I did was on D-Day.
All right, lads, listen up. We've got until dawn to achieve our objective. And it seems like the Krauts already know we're coming. Now we've got one chance to demolish the coastal artillery. But if we don't, the invasion tomorrow will fail. Now I trained you all for this. Let's not let the Navy show us up. So take the casemates, blast the artillery, and fire your flares to let the Navy know the job's done. All right, this is it. You know the drill. Stand up! Hook in! Stand by! See you on the ground! Hier rüber! Ich hab sie gesehen, da vorne, die kommen! Hallo, weiter, Junge! Da vorne, Ware! Weiter geht's! Siehst du etwas? Hier vorne ist noch wer! Lass sie nicht entkommen! Okay, ich komme!
Thunder!
Ungeschütztes Ziel! Scheiße! Runter!
So yeah, you can see this part right here. It's kind of like the dogs. If those dogs touch you, you just die instantly. So that's a really stupid mechanic, in my opinion. Like, they were so lazy that they kind of just said, you know, I know we could just recycle the animation from, like, Call of Duty 4 or something, where, like, the dog jumps on you and, you know, you quick time event kill it. But nah, let's just have it instantly kill you like it's poisoned the second it touches you. You know what I mean? It's not even like it bites you and you get, like, a chance to react. If those dogs reach you, you just instantly die. You know? So, that's, in my opinion, a very, very lazy job on this game. And for a AAA developer and multi-billion-dollar company, it's just unacceptable. They should have the resources and staff to put time and work into a game that they had like 3 years to develop. You know?
Thunder! Thunder! Don't shoot!
Damn you, Kingsley. We pegged you as a kraut. Lucky we didn't fill you full of lead.
Nice to see you, gents. Where do we stand?
Captain didn't make it, so we're on our own now. I say we dig in and wait for the rest of the 6th Airborne to assemble.
Henry said we have till dawn to destroy the artillery. If we don't, the invasion fails.
So you fancy yourself the captain now?
Sunup's an hour away at best. There's no time for a sit-down.
Yeah, there's also no muscle and no cavalry coming to save the bloody day. The only thing we can do here is to die or try not to.
Hey, you two scrapping over who's got the bigger bollocks ain't gonna solve nothing.
Those German casemates aren't that far away. I think we can get to them in time. So I say we take them out.
The company's scattered. We're pissing in the wind at this point.
You know what's at stake. You all do.
This is madness.
Hey, we're beyond madness. Look, I'm with Arthur. We finished the mission.
All right, Kingsley. Looks like you're in charge now. Casemates and Valhalla are that way. We should get moving. What's the plan, Kingsley?
So this is a mechanic that I actually really like right here. If anyone ever played Call of Duty Finest Hour, y'all recognize some of this stuff. You have like squad commands, like I can give their order to get that path cleared, you know.
Clear that debris.
You can also do little things like have them clear maybe a door. I wouldn't say clear a building, but and there's not a lot of them. They're very like rare, but they're also not so well done. Like watch this right here. Watch how they come through this, right? Just glitch right through it. Yup, just phase right through it. Unbelievable. Like, how hard would it have been for a billionaire company?
Don't blame yourself. The whole operation was a mess from the off.
Hey, Sam showed up right in the nick of time. Saved our skins, he did.
Getting of our teeth don't like it. Lucky break. I'll take it though.
You call this luck? The Navy could still shell us to shit.
We'll make it. Kingsley knows what he's doing.
So, you know, there's a lot of detail in this game, but there's also, like, a lot of lack of detail in this game that could have been easily fixed. It just feels like this project, they had, like, 3 years to develop this game, and it's like they forgot about it till the last day. And then the assignment was due, you know?
Those lights on the cliff. That's the coastal defense battery.
The bridge is well guarded and the bank's too steep.
We secure the bridge then. It's our only move.
You're the boss. Watch that truck.
We have an opportunity here. Stay quiet and get close.
Multiple targets. We got options, Sarge.
All fire on the truck! They're falling back! Move up!
Time to go! Moving! Get down! MG on that half track!
Split up! Find another way round! Keep that half track!
On Kingsley! Keep him covered! Cover me!
Fire at the stairs!
On the stairs!
And you see, that's a feature I definitely really like, is I can tell them which area to suppress, who to light up. I think they should have done a lot, oh my god, I think they should have done a lot more than that. And you know what, that's probably the most gory kill I've seen in my whole playthrough of this game, is that actually blew that guy in half. You know what I mean? Like, let's check this guy out. Like, that's some good detail. They did good with that stuff. Oh my god. But this is why the game gives off somewhat of an unfinished vibe, is because it's almost like they did a lot of detailing on some things. And see here, I can order them to assault this door. And they do a solid breach animation here. You know, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. He boots it, he nades it, and it blows up. And then we can, you know, rush in. But that's the only time you ever see that done. That's the sad thing.
The MG's tearing this place apart!
You know, you can see it's just like some little glitchy thing. Like something like this. Like this dude doing his mannequin challenge. That's not something I really would cry about because glitches happen. That's something that they can't control. Like, stuff like that has happened in all games. But, like, I mean, look at the cover. Like, watch as this machine gun hits it. It's like just Microsoft Paint coming through it. Like, there's no reactionary cover. It doesn't look like it's blasting through the drywall. Like, they skipped out on that stuff. It's all very linear and scripted, which I don't have, you know, much of a problem with, but it's whatever. They did advertise choice, though, in this game, which is why I'm not a fan of how lazy they actually got with it. See, look. In order them to push this forward, this is a cool thing. You know, tell them to attack them. I mean, it really feels like I'm the only one shooting them, to be honest. The AI in this game is very bad.
Take out the reinforcements!
Like, as you can see, I just ordered them to kill them, and they're, like, not shooting them. I have to do everything.
That'll do! What now, son?
Suppress the half-track, MG!
Yeah, you know, and I come up here in this cool animation. I kill this guy, right? And this dude jumps out, and my buddy, they do a little nice animation here, okay?
Forward,
you know?
now! Take the bridge!
Like that right there, that was a nice in-engine, you know, animation. But then you got like this crap here, you know. So, you know, I throw smoke, and you see how he throws the smoke, and watch, look, it instantly feels.
Keep that tower MG down!
Yeah, so I ordered them to suppress it, right? And once again, watch the smoke. So he throws it so fast, like if you blink, you miss it, and then it instantly pops and instantly fills. You know, it's almost like it's Willy Pete, but it's not Willy Pete. That's not how those smoke grenades are supposed to work.
We need a grenade on the MG!
We're too far! Have at it, Kingsley! Bloody excellent, Sarge! Bloody hell! We made it! Alright, let's move it. Everyone on that transport. Who remembers how to drive a blitz?
I got this, Sarge.
So, you know, it's like there's some really nice detail here, but it's also very lazily done. One thing I do like is, watch this. So, look, 1, 2 bullets fired out of 5, right? So, when I reload this, he should only put in 2 bullets from the clip. And that's what he did. You know, there were 3 bullets left on that clip when he pulled it out. So that is a good detail. They did a good job on that stuff.
Well, that was a fucking kerfuffle.
Hey, Sarge, got it done. We're still here, aren't we?
I suppose.
8 men standing against a Nazi gun fort. Richard said I'd gone mad. Sometimes, a little madness is called for. I think deep down he understood that. And realized we were cut from the same cloth.
Webb went up ahead. Think they're waiting on you, Sarge. Look at those defenses. Bloody hell. They're waiting at the table up here.
How's it looking, Sergeant?
Let's see for yourself. Let's get you the lay of the land.
Our targets are the guns housed in those casemates.
And we can only get there through a horde of Germans armed to the teeth.
Think you can handle taking out the lower gun?
I fancy my chances.
That bunker's our way in, but it's packed with MGs.
It'll be a hard push.
First job's getting across that minefield. But that anti-tank ditch could be useful. I've got an idea.
I'm all ears.
We can punch a hole through the mines with those blitzers there.
And the bunker will make mincemeat out of us as soon as they hear the engines coming.
We're going quiet then. No engines. Bail at the last second, let gravity do the work. That should get us to the ditch at least. Well?
I love it. I think you should go first.
All right then. As soon as you hit the ditch, get the men ready. Tommy, you with me?
Oh, yeah. Drive through the minefield, take the bunker, strap some thermite to some highly explosive weapons. Piece of piss, Sarge.
And you, get a second sun burning in the sky. If our ships don't see that flare, if they don't know we've won, they'll fire on the guns and risk taking us with them.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I'll take very little consolation in knowing that the fire that killed me was friendly. Don't worry, Gov. I won't forget to aim up.
Truck's ready. We'll be right behind you. Godspeed, Kingsley.
Web's further down, ready for orders.
So, you know, I think this is a really well done scene, you know, but this part is kind of funny, because, like, you know, these guys are, like, suffering from shell shock, and you just kind of walk up to them, and you're like,
Got a job to do. Get out there.
and he's like, oh, yeah, okay, my PTSD's cured, okay, like, you know, like, alright.
He's gone. He's just gone. Get up, man. Time to move. Yes, sir. Thanks. I'm on it. Evans and Webb are in position, sir. Wait on your orders.
We're ready for orders, Kingsley.
On my command, we charge. Charge! Go, go, go! Forward!
Need to deal with that MG!
And as you saw right there, just the brilliant AI ran right up to that German, and instead of like in other amazing games this series has released, instead of like queuing up a takedown animation, like you would see in all the other Call of Duty games, when two opposing AIs get close enough to each other, it'll trigger like a hand-to-hand combat scene. In that case, he just turned around and ran away for his life. Like, so that's just terrible.
Ready on the door, just waiting on you, boss.
You take the lowercase, mates. I'll take the upper ones. Don't forget the flare.
Let's move up.
Good, Sarge. All right, boys, this is it. You're on me.
Tommy!
Try and get back. We need to clear the door. All right, lads. One of you with me.
That host's tearing us up.
Pressing fire now!
Enemy infantry.
Take out that hard track!
Okay, that was actually kind of funny. I gotta give him that.
MG down! They're falling back! Keep pushing!
On the left. Under the half track. Planting and jumping.
Watch that half track! Move! Move! Left half track gunner is down!
Hold position. More MGs incoming.
Now, this scene is kind of cool where we commandeer these half-tracks, but just watch how poorly animated it is, guys. Pay close attention to this.
They're reinforcing. Keep firing.
Hold the line! Use the half tracks for cover! Push! Concentrate fire! That way! Stay behind the half track! Don't give those MGs a target! Move this thing, now! Stick on it, lads! Stay covered! Almost there! To the track! Go! Spread out! Surround the MG! Keep pushing, lads! Over the top! Let's go! Stay back! Toss to 77! Throwing white bunkers! They're cooked, Sarge! Eyes on that door! Evans, take point! Got it, Sarge!
So you can see there they threw actual white phosphorus and burned them out, but that's not what these are supposed to do. These take a minute to fill, but as you can see here, watch. Look at how quick that fills. Like I bet the guys in World War II wish they worked like that. It's all just Warzone mechanics. It's not unique at all for the campaign or anything.
I'll cover ahead while you find a torch, Sarge. Bloody hell, it stinks in here. Sarge, torch over here. Best grab it. Bloody hell! Up ahead now. Look at that fucking monster! Never seen a 125 up close before. Let's blast the bastard, Sarge.
One down, one to go. That's the last of the thermite.
Sarge, I could use your help here.
Just like another stupid detail, if you notice, he threw that thing pretty hard. Like, it would have probably, like, flown out the other end of the gun. Like, you only needed to place it in there. He just kind of, like, chucked it down the barrel of that thing.
Barely see a thing in here. Take it slow. What was that? Eyes up.
Christ, that was close.
For the record, those bayonet chargers work the same way as the dogs. It makes more sense that a bayonet charge would instantly kill you the second it touches you than a damn dog. But, once again, just lazy, like no animation. Literally could have copy and pasted World at War's animation. I would not have complained. Just stuff they've done before, you know. Why couldn't they do it again? Because they're lazy.
Now every crowd knows we're here. God, that was close. Thanks, Sarge.
Grenade! Get down!
You know, like, I can definitely see why people enjoyed it and why people think it's good, but in my opinion, it's kind of like a cultist behavior, because this developer is capable of so much more.
Sounds like Webb did his part. The rest is up to us.
And though this developer can pull off so much more, people appease them and defend them like, I enjoyed it, stop crying. Like, man, it's a full-priced game, you know? And I know they can do more because they have done more. So, I'm not crying, I'm giving it valid criticism and giving it accountability of, your company's worth like $20 billion and you couldn't get this. Like, look at this AI bugging out. Look at him. Are you okay, bro? You need to take your Adderall, your Ritalin? Like, calm down. Goddamn.
Shit! Take cover!
Smoke ready! Clear him out! Smoke up! Go! Casemate is clear! How are we blasting this one? We're out of thermite.
I'll feed it to Bangalore.
Also, love how these enemies just have BAR ammo on them. Like, it's classic.
Let's get up top before this thing explodes.
You have the flare, Sarge? Bombardment's close. Go! Get out and fire the flare! Sergeant, the flare! Bombardment's any minute!
Damn! Flare's ruptured!
You gotta be fucking joking!
Where's Webb?
There! Lower casemate!
Incoming! Get down! I'm going for Webb's flare! Get everyone to cover!
We need to run for it!
Webb? Webb! Where the hell have you been? Funny time to take a kip.
I was just waiting for some mad bastard to come and save the day.
Well, let's you and I signal our boys, shall we?
We'd lost our captain, but we'd won the day. And we'd honored the memory of all those we lost, the only way we could, by completing the mission. You look at the soldiers under your command, and hope that they can do the difficult thing, the impossible thing. That flare told me I'd been right. This is what it means to be a leader. From all the flags waving on the streets, we'd never have known the Nazis were about to lose the war. But bullies are always loudest when they're scared. And when they're desperate, they get stupid. Commander Hermann Freisinger had killed Novak. Then he'd given us a free ride, right into the lion's den.
By a German army since Allied troops stormed the shores of Europe. The Führer asked the German people.
Read the field report twice. This Allied team is fascinating. They have been captured.
But it was too close.
I want you to find out everything you can about this unit. It will be my pleasure, sir. You will speak of this to no one else, and report directly to me. Heil Hitler.
Right it is, everyone. This prison is now a battlefield.
Christ, what is that smell?
Chlorine dioxide. They think it hides the smell of death.
So, ein!
Ich sagte, beweg dich!
Well, this is the nicest shithole I've ever been in. Is anyone else hungry?
Alina, silenci Socrate.
Da, scusa-me cá, já vejo.
So, I am Hauptsturmführer Richter, and...
Piss off, crowd. Unless you got room service for us.
And I have questions for you.
How are we gonna eat bloody questions?
I'm the commanding officer.
You'll speak with me. Even then, Richter was easy to read. Uniforms at high rank, no combat medals. Office rat. The perfect mark. Surrounded by 3 guards, all armed. And all wankers.
In all my years studying the Allies, I have never come across such an unusual unit.
Kingsley. Arthur. Lieutenant. Service number 25232642.
Tell you a story. I have spoken with the Führer on exactly one occasion. He recommended a book to me. The Passing of the Great Race. By an American. A man named Madison Grant. The Führer had nothing but praise for him.
Fuck Madison Grant. And everyone like him.
The book reveals that under extreme duress or unfavorable conditions, your people do not deteriorate so easily.
In that moment, I knew what I had to do. Right to the suprasternal notch, below the clavicle. Once we had what we needed from this racist bastard, that's where I would put my knife. My plan began to take shape. We were being held in the basement of Gestapo headquarters. Around and above us was a treasure trove of classified Nazi intelligence. Project Phoenix had to be there somewhere, and Richter was our ticket. He thought he was the interrogator. If he was to be of any use to us, he'd have to keep thinking that. That arrogant Nazi in his clean-pressed uniform loved the sound of his own voice. The hard part wouldn't be fooling Richter into spilling what he knew of Project Phoenix. The hard part would be convincing the others not to kill him first.
The Allies somehow knew about Project Phoenix. You must have a traitor amongst the officers. I pulled their files. Take care of them with the other non-essentials. Lieutenant Kingsley mentioned a Project Phoenix. Likely Allied propaganda. The Negro thought he was protecting his team. No doubt to prove himself. To make him their leader. The Allies must have been desperate. He said it was their first mission. That his 6th man is dead. He's probably lying. I will uncover the truth.
Are there other teams like this one? How did they learn of Hamburg? Is Tempelhof at risk of being compromised? These are the things I need to know. There's more at stake here than I'm at liberty to discuss. Just know that I'm counting on you, Herr Richter.
I understand. Thank you. So.
Wir haben euren Freund beim Gummischleusen ertappt!
Well, I see 10 fingers. That's a good sign, at least.
Don't make a fuss. I'm fine. Listen. They know about Wade. They haven't caught him yet.
You told him he was killed, didn't you?
On the train to Hamburg. I don't think they'll fall for it. But the hope is it'll buy him some time to get us out.
He isn't coming back for us.
She's right, Kingsley. We can't count on that fucking Drongo.
Bring out the girl.
She ain't going nowhere, mate.
Oh, just get out of my way.
Boss!
Alina, ik reis niet. Uznajesz, już to możesz.
So yeah, wow, that was a long-ass cutscene, wasn't it, guys? This cutscene was like probably over 10 minutes long, and that's what most of this game is. Where they lack in actual gameplay, they make up for it in cutscenes. These cutscenes are amazing. It looks borderline real, right? Some of the best cutscenes I've ever seen. And they're lengthy, you know, it's like watching a movie half the time, which I won't complain about. I don't care about that sort of thing. But I do kind of care about it because it seems like it's a compensation for their lack of actual gameplay and detail in the gameplay. Almost like they said, look, if we just make 10-minute long movie quality cutscenes, who cares how crappy the actual gameplay detail is? I'm not a fan of that. Why not both? You definitely can afford and do it. So let's dive into this mission review, and I'm gonna talk about some things. So we start the mission off with this intro, you know, D-Day landings behind enemy lines for the British paratroopers. This is cool because we really don't have a lot of this British perspective of D-Day. Now, this cutscene is extremely Michael Bay as hell. I don't even think Michael Bay would be so bold to do some insane crap like this. And the Michael Bay stuff is not bad, even though it's a little extra, but it's like, look at this. He pulls his reserve chute so late that he would die or break like every bone in his body from that impact. Now, maybe the water saved him. And the water was a nice detail too, because the Germans actually did flood all of the land to drown paratroopers, like that guy just drowned right there. So that's a really good historical detail to show the flooded levees and all that stuff, because that happened. Now this scene right here was fantastic. You know, you got the paratroopers down behind enemy lines, looking at all the guns firing up at their planes, and this little segment right here was fantastic with the German 88 flat gun firing through the trees, just very Band of Brothers vibes. Loved that scene. Now on the bad side of it, here is some lazy, you know, animating in my opinion, where instead of animating the plane burning all the way to the ground like it would in real life, they just have it magically explode in thin air, which it would not do unless the fuselage was actually filled with gas and just blew up. And I really give games credit when they do animate it burning all the way to the ground, and it would be so easy to just have it disappear behind those hilltops and then have the explosion. I don't think it would have cost them that much to do just that much extra. So right here you can also see some nice detail of one of the paratroopers' chute caught on fire like Arthur's, and he's plummeting to his death. And this scene kinda angered me because I had 2 bullets left in that gun, and when he inserts the clip, you don't see him eject those bullets. it wouldn't have been that hard to add that. This part was really cool, the sneaking around the house, trying to get back to your men. It was very well choreographed. Like, I shoot that guy, he bounces back into the table. Very well done scene, in my opinion. Already talked about how dumb the dogs are, where they insta-kill you when they touch you. Talked about how I loved bringing back these mechanics from Call of Duty Finest Hour, even if they're terribly animated and they couldn't script them properly, where they just glitch through objects. I still thought it was a really good mechanic to have in the campaign, and threw me back a little bit to when Call of Duty was at its roots. One thing I do like is, watch this. So look, 2 bullets fired out of 5, right? So, when I reload this, he should only put in 2 bullets from the clip. And that's what he did. Now, this scene right here was sick. Aside from seemingly taking a few bullets through the windshield and surviving, I like the, as far as I know, original idea. They roll the trucks down onto the minefield, set off the mines, and clear them a path to the tank ditch. That was a really cool scene. And I think I mentioned this scene of how badly scripted and animated it is, where they commandeer the half-track. You see the guy glitches through the thing, then he reappears, and he's like, the gun is facing left, and he's facing forward. That was horrible. I don't know how they couldn't script that any better. This little animation scene was well done. I really liked this. It was well enough detailed. You know, he gets shot right there at the end. You don't really see it, but good enough. I find this extremely lazy. There is not a single ship of the entire fleet in sight, and you can see all the way to the horizon. Then these phantom shells fly in from nowhere like magic. You know, how hard could it have been for them to just animate an idling fleet off the coast right there? And then, if they don't want to animate it while you're playing the game, here they added this fog so you couldn't see it if you wanted to. That's fine. But for this short, scripted cinematic scene, why couldn't they? Then as you fire the flare and the final cutscene rolls, there it is. Magical fleet just appears right off the coast. It just shows how they can put these amazing details in the cutscenes, but don't have the time and are too lazy to put them in actual gameplay. And you know, it feels like they really like bringing up that racism card.
To make him their leader. The Allies must have been desperate.
And these guys are SS, so they definitely are a special case when it comes to, like, race superiority. But the hard truth is America is really the ones that treated our African Americans like crap. We had them in segregated units. We didn't even think they were fit to fight half the time, even though they did. But the Nazis, that really wasn't their thing. And I'm going to cite the infamous American Krogan here, and his channel did get taken down because his Red Dead Redemption 2 video, he said a lot of historical, accurate things that people just didn't want to hear, you know, so he made a lot of people angry. But here's some knowledge that give you a little something to ponder as we're seeing these cutscenes about how the Germans act towards African Americans, in contrast to how they actually felt about them.
Now, it's true that many black POWs died in German captivity, but this was a fate shared by other Allied prisoners, and was mostly due to disease and logistical problems at the end of the war, not systematic extermination. Most people don't know this, but the Germans had a few black troops themselves. Sure, there weren't many of them, and it's not like the Germans considered them their equals, but again, it wasn't official German policy to exterminate any and all brown people they came across. In fact, there are some interesting accounts of German POWs in Texas who found the treatment of African Americans there quite deplorable. To be clear though, I am not trying to discount any atrocities committed by the Germans. I'm simply asking that we view history with a sense of proportion.
So yes, very interesting knowledge, and maybe even ironic if you think about how they treated Jewish people in their country. I just see it as one of Vanguard's little tokenized gimmicks that they're trying to appeal to a demographic and, you know, play their little cards so people buy and like the game. Which is whatever, you know? Because, like I said, these guys are SS, and they're a little more extremist, I should say, when it comes to eugenics. Yeah. Alright, so that is all I have for this level, or mission, whatever you want to call it. I hope you guys are enjoying me showing you guys this game, and perhaps you are open-minded to my criticism that I feel I should add when necessary. If you guys disagree with some of the things I'm saying, you know, I'm sorry, it's just how I feel about the game, and I feel like I am being valid in my criticism. Not so much as bitching or nitpicking anything. You know, this is a AAA developer, as I've said before, worth $20 billion. You guys probably buy COD points and give them all your money, buy their battle passes. They, I feel, have an obligation to the people who pay them and support them, their community, to give us the best they can muster. And this game, in contrast with every Call of Duty that's come out before it, it just did not match up, and it just feels like the quality is getting worse. Now, I've heard the multiplayer is absolutely fire. Haven't played it myself, can't judge it, but there is one thing I do know, is that the zombies is absolute balls.
That's it! That's it! That's f***ing it! I thought there would be a kind of cutscene or a boss or f***ing something.
Well, anyway, you guys let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And, as always, I will catch you guys on the flip side. See you in the next one. Peace.